Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. How you doing this evening? Welcome to another edition of WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. This tonight is episode number 96 of Universe Mode. And tonight we have New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW. Coming at you live from the Tokyo Dome. 2 title matches on tap for you this evening. And a star-studded card as usual. Nothing really to report today in the world of sports. The Devils still have not hired a head coach, which is growing a little more worrisome with every passing day. Now that Craig Berube is gone, he was hired by the Maple Leafs a couple days ago. Hey there, Godspeed. Thanks for joining, man. Hope you're doing well tonight. Craig Berube was hired by the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Devils are said to be in serious talks with Sheldon Keefe, the former coach of the Maple Leafs, which I'm perfectly fine with, and Jay Woodcroft, the former coach of the Oilers, which that one I'm a little iffy on. He has not proven himself at the NHL level, and that's a bit worrisome for me. I don't know if I want him coming in to take over the Devils. You know, he had a good run in the playoffs. He took over late in the season, and so that really doesn't count. And when he started the next season, he had a losing record. So I'm not really sure on that one. Hold on one second for me. Yeah, he's I don't know. There's a lot of people saying that he is Jay Woodcroft is a serious candidate. But like I said, he was like what 3-12 or 3-9 or something when the Oilers fired him. So I'm not really sure. Hey Derek, how you doing, man? Hey Jay. Just in time for opening bell, absolutely. Hey there, Floyd. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you're all doing well this evening. So, as I was saying, Jay Woodcroft, I don't know. I'm not sold on him. He's not proven anything on the NHL level, so I'm not really sure. But every passing day, we don't have a coach. That's worrisome. All right, as you can see, we have NJPW action coming at you tonight. AWA tomorrow, and NWA the day after that. All right, so let's take a look at tonight's action. Oh, before I get started in that, let me let you know, I did talk to SeatGeek today, the newest sponsor for the channel, and we're working out a deal. We don't have one done yet. You can use the link in the channel description right now and go to their site and app for tickets for concerts, sporting events, all that stuff. They are coming up with a code for me, just for you guys and all of my viewers, to save a little bit of money when you get tickets. We have not finalized what it's going to be quite yet, but they are on board. Everything is signed, and be on the lookout for that. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have all that set. But right now, their link is in the channel description. They're going to be a sponsor for the NCAA. You're not supposed to say NCAA. College football 25. All right, let's take a look at tonight's lineup. That is brought to you by the WWE Shop. Use the link in the description below to get to the WWE Shop for all of your favorite World Wrestling Entertainment merchandise, apparel, and memorabilia. They have specials on their website every single day, so make sure you use the link in the description below to get there. You can get those championship belts. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever you want. WWE related, use that link in the description below to get to the WWE shop. All right, tonight's action starts us off with the Barbarian taking on Bam Bam Bigelow. The Warlord is in action. He takes on the Brooklyn Brawler. Repo Man's in the house here at the Tokyo Dome. He's taking on Ivan Putski. Kevin Nash will battle Mr. T. Scott Hall taking on B. Brian Blair. A couple of tag teams in action in singles competition tonight. Cowboy Bob Orton is here. He'll be battling the Canadian Superstar. Seventh match of the evening. It is the NJPW World Heavyweight Champion Yokozuna. Strap is on the line against Mr. Fuji. Yokozuna, as if not a big enough opponent. He's got the voice Justin Michaels in his corner. And tonight's main event, Abdullah the Butcher puts his Global Heavyweight Championship on the line in a triple threat match against Dolph Ziggler and Blackjack Mulligan. That one is going to be good. So let's start the show, and we will start the action. Thank you, Bonnie, for joining too as well. I know you're here. Nothing really to let you know about today, other than like I said, I talked to SeatGeek, and they're going to have a code especially for my viewers. Hopefully that'll be in play tomorrow or the following day, so you guys can save a little money when you're ordering tickets for concerts, games, any type of events, whatever is going on. I'm really happy with that sponsor. I'm very pleased with SeatGeek. It's a perfect match.
Sold out and fired up crowd. The WWE Universe is in fine form here tonight. They know they're about to witness something special, Michael.
We're live at the Tokyo Dome. It is a sellout crowd. New Japan Pro Wrestling coming at you live. My day was pretty good today, Derek. Thank you for asking. How was yours? Thank you, Jay. She's doing good. Bonnie's good. She's here. She's just not talking tonight. And her mother's doing pretty good today. Thank you for asking. All right, first match of the evening, the Barbarian stepping into the squared circle against Bam Bam Bigelow. Opening match here at the Tokyo Dome. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have the debut show for the AWA. The AWA's TV title and world title will be crowned tomorrow. Both championships are vacant. We will see the first champions crowned on the weekly TV show tomorrow, their inaugural show. And then they will be joining a host of other organizations for some pay-per-views in the upcoming months. That should be fun, because those pay-per-views will be nothing but title matches from opening bell to closing bell. All right, I'm gonna go with the Barbarian as my pick on this one. Let me know who you guys think is gonna get the win. Godspeed says Bam Bam's gonna take the victory. Tokyo Dome sellout crowd. Let's send it down to ringside and get your introductions for the opening match of the evening. We have a pick'em match coming into this one. Lloyd says
the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 300 pounds, the Barbarian.
Take a look at the talent in competition here. You can see exactly
there's the Barbarian.
why the WWE Universe is so amped up for this one.
Stepping right on over that top rope. Floyd says the Barbarian is not going to get the win here this evening. That's cool, Derek. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I sit here and I'm thinking I don't really remember most of my day. We watched a couple of shows a little while ago.
The WWE Universe just exploded.
Oh, I did a lot of book promotion stuff today. That's what I did. Bam Bam Bigelow, that's who Floyd says is going to get the win.
And his opponent from Asbury Park, New Jersey, weighing in at 344 pounds.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Let's just take a moment to talk
That's right, yeah, I was talking to a lot of different people about some book promotions. I'm looking to do some new book promotions for my books. Trying to reach some different crowds, different eyes on the products. That's what I spent most of my day doing. I played some Grand Theft Auto for a while today, too, story mode. Story's already completed. I just dressed up Trevor Phillips in some purple, tidy, what were they, purple thong underwears. Rode him around Los Santos for a couple hours, causing all kinds of chaos. Derek says Bam Bam's going to get the win as well, so Bam Bam is now the slight favorite in the opening match here on New Japan. There's the opening bell, and we are underway. Good start. Bam Bam taking the Barbarian by the head, tossing him across the ring. Big elbow there by the Barbarian. Right to the side of the head. Bam Bam's down. Barbarian's going to go for a quick cover. Only a 1 count.
As long and as far as he needs to. Ooh, harsh kick. Sent into the corner.
Big clothesline by the Barbarian. So tell me, who has seen the College Football 25 trailer so far? Tell me, let me know how many of you have seen it. Barbarian with a headbutt. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. I really do. I really appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Barbarian choking Bam Bam out.
And he's just flaunting his skills now.
Working on that shoulder.
He's got him down. Is this it?
Yeah, no kidding, Jay. There's a 2 count by the Barbarian. Another headbutt. Wow. Those are powerful headbutts from the Barbarian. Bam Bam's got a solid head, but he can't take too many more of those.
He's turning the tables. He could be turning his fortunes around.
Nobody's seen the College Football 25 trailer yet? God, I've watched it about 5 times. I pick out something new every time I watch it. It's pretty cool. Bam Bam tossing the Barbarian across the ring.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Bigelow's going to climb up to the top rope. Barbarian still down. Just now starting to get to his feet. Bam Bam changes his mind, and that was a mistake. Barbarian was waiting for him.
Huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers. Saving us from having to sit through that.
Bam Bam's got him up. Snap slam. Bigelow stomping away on the chest of the Barbarian. Bigelow's going to deadlift him. Up. Midair, flips him over. Inverted slam. Bam Bam's going to go for the cover. 2 counts. Barbarian kicks out. Yeah, I've watched that trailer for College Football 25 about 5 times now, if not more. And I notice something different every time. Something different every time, man. It's pretty impressive. Can't wait to start playing that. Big boot to the face, and Bam Bam's down. He may be out. Barbarian climbing up to the top rope. Diving headbutt right to the ribcage. That may finish him off. Barbarian with the leg hooked, and the victory secured. A 3 count on Bam Bam Bigelow. Here's your winner, the Barbarian. He's going to offer a handshake. Is Bam Bam going to take it? He does. The Barbarian gets the victory. Hard-fought win over Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam didn't do too bad. They shake hands afterward like it's the NHL playoffs. 2.5 stars is your official match rating. The Barbarian with the win over Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah, I can't wait to start playing Dynasty. Then Jay will have some good headlines to put up. Not as many, though. Probably play 2 games per stream. we can get through a whole season in about a week and a half that way. That was indeed a good match. It was indeed. And I'll be doing a Dynasty with the Miami Hurricanes first. First stream will be a walkthrough where we'll just do a first look at the game, all the modes, everything inside. And then the second stream, I'll start my Dynasty with the Hurricanes. That's not until July 15th. All right, next up, we got the Brooklyn Brawler taking on the Warlord. I'm going to have to go with the Warlord as my pick for victory. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to get the victory in this one? Floyd says the Warlord. I'm going with the Warlord, so he's the favorite coming in. Here in a sellout crowd in the Tokyo Dome. First time we've been in the Tokyo Dome. And tomorrow night we have the AWA crowning their first champions in their inaugural show. Tomorrow that ought to be a lot of fun. Let's send this one down to ringside. Warlord heavily favored against the Brooklyn Brawler here in Tokyo. There's the Brooklyn Brawler.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 269 pounds, the Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler. Unbridled, intense, and unstoppable. The Barbarian sends Bam Bam Bigelow to the Jersey Shore in defeat after a memorable handshake. He was. He did send him home packing. Send him home a loser. Here we have the Brooklyn Brawler. The unenviable task of staring across the ring. At this guy, the Warlord.
And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 314 pounds, Warlord.
The tension building for this match is so thick you can cut it with a knife. A lot of drama involved with this one.
Warlord's heavily favored coming into this one, but you cannot underestimate the Brooklyn Brawler. However, I do think he's going to get his ass kicked. But you can't underestimate him. Any given Sunday, right? The Warlord and the Brooklyn Brawler here on New Japan Wrestling tonight. Godspeed says Warlord's going to get the win. That makes him a heavy, heavy favorite. And he said, come on, son. Let's go. There's the bell. We are underway. And the Warlord off to the good start. Big backbreaker. Pendulum stretch across the knee.
All I can say is we've seen adrenaline take this superstar very far in the past.
Warlord's going to deadlift the Brooklyn Brawler high over his head. Military press. And he drops him in back of him. Brawler comes down hard. Gut, chest, face. The Warlord knows he is off to a very solid start. Looking for some love from the fans at ringside here in Tokyo, not getting it. And the Brawler tosses him over the top rope. Out on the ring apron. He's going to bring him in over the top rope. Right across the neck, and Warlord face first into the mat. Brawler, fall away slam. He's going to go for the win. He thinks that's good enough. I don't think so. Only a 1 count. Brawler goes for a stomp and he misses. Still in control though. Warlord over the top rope out onto the concrete. Brawler follows him right out there.
Oh, no. Stop right to the gut.
Right to the gut. Chicken and ice cream cake. Wow. That's a hell of a dinner, man. We gave Layla last night some barbecue chips. I didn't think that she would like them, but she loved them. There's very little that she does not like. That was a fall-away slam out onto the concrete. Brooklyn Brawler now taking the Warlord, slamming his head into the ring apron. No padding out there. And Brooklyn Brawler surprisingly in control of this bout. Yeah, I'll bet she does, Godspeed. I'll bet she does. See, I wouldn't share the ice cream. Well, that's not true. I gave her some ice cream last night, too. Big Andre the Giant elbow from the Brawler. Yeah, I gave her some strawberry. I had some strawberry ice cream last night, so she did have some strawberry ice cream. She loves that. And then I didn't think she'd eat the barbecue chips, but she did. We didn't give her too many of them, maybe. I think everything we gave her totaled about 2 chips. Warlord posing for the fans at ringside. Ref's count is at 5. There's a solid right hand, left hand boot to the midsection. Warlord really working over the Brooklyn Brawler now. He's turned the tide his way. And he tosses the Brawler. Oh, it looks like he hit his head on that steel stairway. Warlord's back in the ring at the count of 6. Should be 7. Now it's at 7. Brawler gets up. Looked like he hit his head on those stairs. He went a long way. And he comes in and goes right to work on the Warlord. Snake Eyes on the top turnbuckle. And now the Brooklyn Brawler has turned things around. Nice pump handle slam there, followed by an Andre patented elbow right across the chest. Brawler goes for the cover, gets only a 1 count. Nice kick to the face there by Warlord to slow him down. Big knife edge chop across the throat. Brooklyn Brawler drops the Warlord's chin on that top turnbuckle. Brooklyn Brawler's really having his way. Now he's choking the Warlord out over that top rope. Warlord is in a world of trouble here. Nice waistlock takedown by the Brawler. Bringing him in. Swinging neck breaker by the Brawler. Brooklyn Brawler really starting to put some distance between he and the Warlord. Brawler's going to go for the cover now. Shoulders are down. Leg is hooked. Wow, he got a victory. The Brooklyn Brawler, a heavy underdog, just gave an ass kicking to the Warlord. The fans here in Tokyo are stunned.
Here is your winner, the Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler. Absolutely an upset, Godspeed. And the fans now cheering for the Brooklyn Brawler. They know they've witnessed history and a huge upset. Wow. 2 stars is your official match rating. Absolutely, Floyd. That was an upset. The Brooklyn Brawler with a definitive victory over the Warlord. Wow. Pretty soon, Brawler's going to be asking for a title match. His confidence has got to be sky high right now. All right, next up, we got the Repo Man in town taking on Ivan Putski. I got to go with Ivan Putski as my pick for victory here tonight. Let me know who you think is going to get the victory. Godspeed says it's going to be the Repo Man. He's going to put Ivan Putski down and take his car. So we got to pick him coming in. I think Putski's got a little too much power for the Repo Man. Floyd going with Putski. So that makes Ivan the slight favorite. Coming into this one, so let's send it down to ringside and get your introductions here in Tokyo. There's the Repo Man, looking very suspicious.
Making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 200 245 pounds, Man.
The Repo Man.
Unbelievable to me.
The underdog beats the odds. Brooklyn Brawler defeats the Warlord decisively, but tensions in the locker room grow steady, so stay tuned. Nice one, Jay. Look at the Repo Man talking shit to some of the people at ringside. Yeah, way more competitive, Derek. to the opposite realm. Repo's threatening everybody at ringside. Hope your notes paid up. Here's Ivan Putski. I haven't seen him in a while.
From Warsaw, Poland, weighing in at 257 pounds,
Ivan Putski.
Tape doesn't lie. This is a serious contender for any title.
They need to loosen up, have a little fun, heck, maybe even lose a match once in a while.
That is horrible advice.
Fans showing their love for Ivan Putski here in Tokyo. Not a lot of love for the Repo Man. He's threatening people at ringside to take their cars away from him. Not a good way to make friends. Putski's fired up and ready to go. There's the bell. We are now official. And Repo Man with a huge sidewalk slam, followed by a splash. Ivan Putski didn't see this coming, neither did any of the sellout crowd here at Tokyo Dome. Another splash, wow. Repo Man with an arm breaker. Went for a third. Once too often to the well there, and Putski rolled out of the way. Now Ivan has him up on the shoulder. Power slam. Ivan Putski. He's got plenty of power behind him, too. He is ripped. Spinning roundhouse there, and the Repo Man staring up at the lights. Oh, he gets up swinging. Look at the Repo Man. Another powerful sidewalk slam by the Repo Man. And he's starting to get a little love from the fans here. He's got Putski by the neck. Just tosses him by his head. Putski gets up and he's got something in mind. He's got the Repo Man high above his head. He's going to hold him there. Vertical suplex on the way, rotating and rotated. All night long. Every time he says all night long, I think of Howard Wolowitz on Big Bang Theory. All night long, y'all. That was such a funny scene. Derek's going with Putski as his pick for victory. And Putski back in control of things. Looking for some love, not getting any. Are the fans switching sides here? Putski with the claw hold. And Repo Man had a foot under the rope there. Putski had to break the hold. Ivan's going to deadlift him. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Godspeed. Yes, it was. That was. What did the nurse say? Code 4, we have a man with a robot hand on his penis or something like that. That was good. Ivan Putski again. Repo Man holding him way above his head. Rotating vertical suplex on the way. Second one. Putski's delivered. Now he's getting some love. Putski stomping on the chest of the Repo Man. Trying to knock the breath out of him. Putski again has him up on the shoulder. Power slam, Ivan Putski. Look at the muscles on Ivan Putski. Everything he does has power behind it. Spinning right hand, Repo Man down once again. Putski helps him back to his feet. And now Repo's got a reversal. And he's going to choke Ivan out over that top rope. Look at Putski's hands. Repo had him really locked in against that top rope, cutting off his air. Breaking news, locker room brawl between Warlord and Brooklyn Brawler. Bam Bam and the Barbarian trying to separate, only to get involved themselves. There's no tag teams in New Japan, so I see where you're heading, Jay. But we don't have enough guys in the organization to have tag team titles. That's good though. It's a good breaking story. That's why they're an individual action. We don't have enough guys. Big pile driver by the Repo Man. And Ivan Putski is in trouble. Repo Man goes for the cover and the keys. He gets a 2 count. Thought it was 3. Yelling at the referee. Telling him, count faster. Repo Man, single leg Boston Crab. He doesn't have it cinched in as good as he... Oh, now he does. Now he does. Ivan Putski's in trouble. Look at the pain on his face. Putski's in trouble. He tapped out. Holy shit. The Repo Man beats Ivan Putski. He gets him to tap. Second upset of the night here in Tokyo.
Here is your winner,
Repo Man. Godspeed called it. Godspeed called it. The Repo Man with the upset of Ivan Putski. Indeed, Floyd, indeed. Ivan Putski taps out. 2.5 stars is your official match rating. Repo Man with the victory over Ivan Putski. Never thought I'd hear those words. Wow, we've had 2 upsets already here tonight. Madness. Jet lag must be getting to these guys. That was a good match, Godspeed. It was. Brooklyn Brawler was victorious over the Warlord. Repo Man victorious over Ivan Putski. What's next? Is Mr. T going to beat Kevin Nash? We'll find out. That's what's coming up next. Mr. T taking on Kevin Nash. Big Daddy Cool. I'm going to go with Kevin Nash as my pick for victory, although Mr. T might be a smart bet tonight. Mr. T's actually been doing pretty good since he came over to New Japan. Godspeed says Mr. T. Floyd says Mr. T. So he's actually the favorite coming into this one. I'm sticking with my pick. I'm staying with Kevin Nash. I think it's just too much for Mr. T, but T's been riding a good hot streak since he came over to Japan. Let's send it down to ringside and get your introductions.
Oh, yeah. Some fool's about to get a clubbing.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 225 pounds, Mr.
Mr. T, look at the love he's getting from the people here in Tokyo. This sellout crowd at Tokyo Dome. T's been on a good run here in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he is the slight favorite coming into this bout.
Looking ready to club anyone who stands in his way. Oh, this can't be good. What are you talking about? This is awesome. Yeah, for who?
There's Big Daddy Cool.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 328 pounds, Kevin Nash.
Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash, the big sexy.
Intimidating groups. One of the most controversial, yet one of the greatest groups of all time, led by this man. Had a unique relationship with WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels over the years.
Going up against Mr. T here tonight. He hooked and booked the submission on Ivan Putski and collected the victory. Winner is your Repo Man. That was good. Hooked and booked. That was good, Jay. That was a good one.
Standout Army veteran and one hell of a fighter. Kevin Nash
He did a hook and book.
his competition for years.
That was good. Kevin Nash squaring off against Mr. T. On paper, it looks like a squash, but Mr. T has been on a really solid roll here in NJPW. So you cannot underestimate him. As a matter of fact, he's a slight favorite. And he's off to a pretty good start with a power slam on Kevin Nash, showing off that physique. And Kevin Nash said, yeah, don't get too cocky there, son. Drops him face first across the top turnbuckle. Solid boots to the chest.
He's got to deal with Big Kev, one of the best big men in the history of WWE. Nash has battled his way through a tremendous injury.
Lawler got fired from WWE. I didn't even know he was back with them again.
Kevin Nash is an all-around problem.
I really haven't been paying any mind to it. What did he do? Look at Nash went for the Andre elbow, held it for the cover. Was it for cause? Did he do something wrong, Godspeed? Kevin Nash, big elbow right to the forehead of Mr. T. I think it was supposed to be the face, but size difference is so much. And went right into his forehead. Look at the knee to the ribs there by Mr. T. Now I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's a night of upsets so far, Derek. No question about that. I'll have to look that up, Godspeed, and see what happened. Wow, T hard on his throat across that top rope. Big boot to the face. T is down. Nash goes for the cover. T maybe next week. Wow, he finds something just enough to kick out, and Kevin Nash is ripping fist. Thought he had him. Wanted a faster count. Uh-oh. You know what's coming now. He's bringing Mr. T in. He's got him up. No. Mr. T, sever right hands. And Nash has to put him down.
Doesn't matter what ring he's in, you don't want to give Clubber Lang a chance to fight back.
Jay, that would be cool, but I can't afford to have anybody leave. When I had the, with the addition of the UWF and well, actually the AWA, now I have 6 male shows. So the roster's got watered down even more. Derek has Kevin Nash as his pick, so we got officially a pick'em match halfway through here. T's face rubbed into the mat by Kevin Nash. Yeah, Jay, each organization is down to 30 or less guys. I think there's only 19 in New Japan. Nash going for the cover, and he got him. Big Sexy ends Mr. T's winning streak, and now he's talking shit to him. For good measure, Kevin Nash, Big Daddy Cool. Here's your winner, Kevin Nash. The only organizations that have tag teams are WCW and WWF. Right now, the other ones, there's not enough guys in the organization to support tag teams. Because in order to have a tag team, you have to have someone for them to match up against. And you have to have at least 3 or 4, so it's not the same ones over and over again. So we just don't, there's not enough guys. So World Wrestling Federation and WCW, they have tag teams and tag team champions. The other organizations don't have them. That's funny though. That's good. That's pretty funny. I can't afford to have a loser leaves New Japan. I'll show you the rosters at the end of the card. They're all pretty low in numbers wise now. 3 stars is your official match rating, and this one, Kevin Nash ends Mr. T's winning streak. And that's good. You know that the organizations are down to 30 guys or less. You know, because we see a better rotation of the roster. The active roster, so it's pretty good. All right, that brings us to the intermission portion of the evening. Let's take a look at what went down here so far. We've had 4 matches so far. 2 of them have been upsets. The Barbarian opened things up with a solid win over Bam Bam Bigelow. That was a pretty good match. The Brooklyn Brawler with an upset over the Warlord. Then, to top that, Repo Man not only beat Ivan Putski, but he made him tap. And then, as you just saw, Kevin Nash gets things... Well, actually, Kevin Nash was the underdog in that one as well. He gets the solid victory over Mr. T, definitive, and Mr. T's winning streak here in Japan comes to a close. Coming up in the second half of action, we got B. Brian Blair squaring off against Scott Hall. The Canadian superstar is here. He'll be battling Cowboy Bob Orton. Yokozuna puts his NJPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line against Mr. Fuji. Yokozuna's got Justin Michaels in his corner. And tonight's main event, the Global Heavyweight Championship, is on the line. Abdullah the Butcher defending in a triple threat match against Blackjack, Mulligan, and Dolph Ziggler. Tonight's second half of action is brought to you by Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything. Make sure you use the link in the description below to get to Fanatics.com for all your favorite college football gear, apparel, merchandise, and memorabilia. College football season's coming up very soon. College Football 25 is coming out as well. You're going to want to get some of that gear, so make sure you use the link in the description below. Fanatics has daily specials going on their website, so make sure you use that link. Head to Fanatics.com, where you can find tons of college football gear. Big Daddy Cool at full speed ahead takes down the undefeated Mr. T definitively with a diesel-powered power bomb. Nicely done, Jay. Yes, Derek, Randy Savage is in the game. He's actually part of the Mega Powers tag team with Hulk Hogan in the World Wrestling Federation right now. They have their sights set on the challenging for the World Tag Team titles soon. Yep, they are the Mega Powers. They just formed a couple weeks ago. All right, second half of action gets underway. We have B. Brian Blair taking on Scott Hall. Love Brian. Close friend of mine. Got to go with Scott Hall in this one. Sorry, Brian. Think Scott's got just a little too much for him. Although you can't underestimate Brian because he's been pretty good lately. But I'm going to go with Scott Hall, the bad guy. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the win. Godspeed's going to go with Brian. We'll send it down to ringside to get your introductions. We have a pick'em match in this one coming in. Brian did a lot of time, several stints over in Japan. Scott did as well.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 234 pounds, B. Brian
Blair.
Guys, this match has the potential to completely change the WWE landscape, and it's because of this level of talent involved.
Be brave. You know, I was just thinking. I got a call about 3 weeks ago. I got an email from a record company agent, an agent for a record company, asking me if I would be interested in writing a book on Steve Riley. But I don't know what kind of music you guys like. I like heavy metal. And Steve Riley was the drummer for LA Guns and Wasp. And they said they had read my book on Joe Cool, and would I have any interest in doing a biography on Steve Riley? And I was like, well, hell yeah. I'd be definitely interested in that.
From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 280 pounds, Scott Hall.
The bad guy. So anyway, the guy says, he says, all right, I wanted to check with you first. Let me talk to his wife and his family, and I'll get back to you. I haven't heard from him since. That was like a month ago. I just thought of that. That would be a pretty cool project to work on. I don't normally do non-fiction, but I would do that one for sure. But yeah, I just thought of that. I never heard back from him. Maybe his wife said no. But you think he could have at least sent me an email telling me so? That was completely out of the blue. I was like, hell yeah, I'd be interested in that. All right, we got the bad guy going up against B. Brian Blair. Scott Hall, there's the bell. Second half of tonight's action underway. Blair comes out with a solid right hand. Scott Hall not going to let it happen twice. Now he's got Bryan up against the top rope, choking him out. Solid right hand. Bryan's down. Scott Hall looking for some love from the fans here in Tokyo, and he did not get any. Look at the slaps to Bryan's face. Right hand to the jaw. Bryan's back in the corner. The bad guy with a hip toss on Blair. Look at the right hands by Scott Hall. And a bitch slap for good measure. The bad guy goes for the cover. Gets a 1 count only. Big elbow to the back of the head. Bryan's face hard down into the mat. Both sides of his head. Scott's doing a little dance now.
Stomping away. The pace of this match being set by Hall.
Working that arm. Scott Hall going to rip it off and take it home. Scott Hall jamming that knee into the mat. Bryan Blair on the receiving end of a lot of damage now over the last couple of minutes. The bad guy, what's he going to do? Nothing. Nice reversal by Bryan Blair. Turns it into a neck breaker. Nicely done. Bryan's in-ring skills do not lack. He is a solid singles competitor. Big overhand chop. Just everybody remembers him for being part of the Killer Bees, but he was a solid singles performer before he started doing tag teams. He was a Florida heavyweight champion for quite a while. Scott Hall working on that knee and ankle, and Blair's hurt. Hall Irish whips him hard into the corner, following him in, sitting Bryan on the top rope. Scott Hall's got something in mind. Evil intentions. What is he going to do? Fall away slam. And he's going to go for the cover. The bad guy. He's got the leg hooked. And no victory, not yet. Hall yelling at the ref. Bryan did kick out at the count of 2. Referee confirmed it. Uh-oh. Nice reversal by Blair. Went for the clothesline. It hit, but Hall did not let it bother him. Nice reversal by Blair. Scott Hall now, reversed by Blair. Oh, Bryan, face first into the mat with a lot of pressure. Scott Hall stomping on the face, and Bryan Blair has sprung a leak. Spinning right hand by Scott Hall. Blair's down. He's bleeding from the right side of his face. Scott Hall, top rope, diving elbow across the chest. And that might be all for Bryan Blair. The bad guy goes for the cover and the victory. Derek got his pick in just under the wire. Razor Ramon gets the win over Bryan Blair. Here's your winner, the bad guy, Scott Hall. Blair's got blood pouring down the side of his face. And I don't think Scott Hall's done with him yet. Come on now, Scott, you got the win. Why you have to do that? That's not necessary. And he's tossing Bryan. No, he's going to slam his head into the apron. Blair bleeding heavily from the right side of his face. That's headbutt to the ring apron isn't going to help anything. Look at the blood trickling down the side of his cheek there and pouring down the inside of his nose. Scott Hall, that wasn't very nice, sir. 3 stars is your official match rating. Yeah, that's right, Gatsby. He's the bad guy. He has to do stuff like that. 3 stars is your official match rating. The bad guy, Scott Hall, gets the victory over Bryan Blair. And then jumps him as he's walking back to the backstage area for good measure. Scott Hall, living up to his name, the bad guy. All right, next up we got the Canadian Superstar. He'll be taking on Cowboy Bob Orton. Ace is in the house, and you can see he's still wearing that cast. He's been wearing that shit since 1984. Doctors here in New Japan trying to take a look at it, and he will not allow it. I'm gonna go with Orton to get the victory here tonight. Godspeed. This is Godspeed's created guy, so he's gonna go with the Canadian Superstar. one-time tag team partner of the American Superstar. They were the UWF Tag Team Champions at one point here in Universe Mode. He's taking on Cowboy Bob Orton here in Tokyo. We have a pick'em coming into this one. We'll send it down to ringside and get your introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. Weighing in at 219 pounds, Cannon Superstar.
The Canadian Superstar.
This caliber, this is why sports entertainment is an art form.
Say goodnight to the bad guy after a bloody, brutal victory over Brian Blair. Hall further injures and humiliates Brian and sets the stage for a potential feud. Nicely done, nicely done.
From Kansas City, Missouri, weighing in at 257 pounds, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Plans on getting things settled in the ring. I can't wait.
Overall, Derek, I have credit for 10 books. I have 5 thrillers, which is what I'm known for. I have 5 fiction thrillers. I did a wrestling biography called Squared Circle, Full Circle. I have 2 political funny books, 10 Reasons to Vote for Donald Trump, 10 Reasons to Vote for Joe Biden. All the pages are empty in each book. And I helped Brian Blair on his book for about a year before it was written and finished. I'm listed as a contributor in that, on the credit page in that one, and I also wrote the afterword in a book, a tell-all book on the rock band Poison. I wrote the afterword in that one, but I'm known for my fiction thrillers. I have 5 of those. Canadian Superstar working over Cowboy Bob Orton here. Solid right hands. Now he's going to push him into the ropes. Use that momentum for a couple of kidney shots, and Ace is down. Did you find my website, Derek? I typed it in the chat last time for you. Running snapmare by the Canadian Superstar. He's going to take a break. He's earned it. Pretty good start against Cowboy Bob Orton. Now a heel hook by the Superstar. And Bob Orton, right now at this point, wishing he stayed in the locker room. Canadian going for the cover. 1 count only. Cowboy Bob Orton kicks out. Big overhand chop by the Canadian. Knife edge chop. Kick to the head. Kick to the other side of the head. Orton's down again. Hammy stomp by the Canadian. He is really working Ace over good. Another heel hook for the Superstar. Knee and ankle pressure. Canadian really pulling on it hard. Went for a kick to the face, and Orton pushed to the side. Big right hand by Orton. Blocked. Second one blocked by the Canadian. Boot to the ribcage by Orton. Another right hand by Orton. This time he's got the Canadian up. Walking him over. Slamming him into the turnbuckle. And Orton, look at Orton, clobbering him over the head with that cast. Orton has him down, stepping through. Cowboy Bob Orton, surfboard, face plant. Canadian face first into the mat, extremely hard. Orton's going to go for the pin. 2.5. 2.5 count. Who knows if the Superstar is even in this dimension right now after taking all those shots to the head with the cast. And look at Cowboy Bob Orton. He's got the sharpshooter locked in on the Canadian Superstar. Superstar can't reach the rope. Orton doesn't have it cinched in all the way, but it's still painful. Now he does. And the Superstar using the leg strength to get Orton off of him. But Orton continues the attack. Nice suplex there by Orton. And he was going to throw some more punches with that cast. And the Canadian rolled him over and gave him a couple of his own. Nicely done. Nicely done. Look at the Canadian Superstar. What is he thinking? Looking for some love with the fans right in front of Cowboy Bob Orton. And Orton didn't appreciate it. Wow. Gave him some solid right hands. Both men outside on the concrete now. Gotta wonder what he was thinking there. And Orton hard into the steel barricade. Steel steps, I'm sorry. The Canadian superstar, right hand to the face. Orton back up against the railing now. Count is at 4. Canadian with another right hand. Another right hand. Really working that jaw. That time Orton ducked. And the Canadian hit his hand on the top of that railing. That had to hurt.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is
Canadian back in the ring at the count of 6. Orton was waiting for him.
What to do next here.
Walking him over to the other side of the ring, and he tosses him over the rope out onto the concrete floor. Cowboy Bob Orton. Just humiliating.
Heads out of the ring, but needs to be mindful of
The Canadian superstar.
He fends off the attack. Malicious fall away.
Wow, another fall away slam on the concrete. Cowboy Bob Orton with an arm breaker. He is really taking it to the Canadian superstar now. Solid right hand. That one blocked. Canadian comes back with a forearm shiver. Nice suplex by the Canadian, and Orton hit hard on the concrete. Orton tossed back into the ring. Canadian back in at the count of 6.
Got it cinched in. This could be it. Oh my God, a small package driver.
Small package suplex by the Canadian superstar. The American superstar taught him how to do that. That was one of their finishing moves. Canadian goes for the cover. He's got the leg hooked. 2 count. Orton found a way to get a shoulder up. Orton steps through. Derek picking Orton for the victory. Cowboy Bob Orton, surfboard, face plant, second one Canadian's taken in this match. He may have a concussion. Orton's going to go for the win, and he got it. Surfboard face plant, victory for Cowboy Bob Orton. Canadian superstar's face slammed hard into that mat. He may have a concussion. He was not able to answer the 3 count. And here is your winner, Cowboy Bob Orton. Bob's going to offer a handshake. The Canadian should not do it. Everybody's all friendly in Tokyo tonight. Cowboy Bob Orton. I wouldn't shake his hand. He whacked him in the head with that cast about 8 times. Tried doing that shit to me and shaking my hand. I promise you the result will be different. 3 stars is your official match rating. Cowboy Bob Orton rides the surfboard faceplant to victory over the Canadian superstar. Yeah, I wouldn't be shaking his hand if he hit me with a... Yeah, no kidding, Godspeed. A knockout, yeah. Certainly would not be getting up shaking his hand. That is a promise. All right, it's title time. NJPW World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Yokozuna defending against Mr. Fuji. Yokozuna's got the voice Justin Michaels in his corner. As if dealing with Yokozuna isn't enough, he hired Justin Michaels. And Mr. Fuji challenging for the World Championship here tonight. Should be a good match. Well, probably not. I mean, let's be real. I'm going to go with Yokozuna to get the win. Again, Yokozuna on his own is enough. With the voice in his corner, that makes the odds even more in Yokozuna's corner. But Godspeed says, defy all odds. Mr. Fuji's going to win the title here tonight. Let's send it down to ringside and get your introductions for the World Heavyweight Championship match here in Tokyo Dome.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Cowboy Bob Orton with the ace in the hole stops the Canadian superstar with a stomp. There's tonight's challenger, the Samurai Warrior, Mr. Fuji.
This is it, guys. The title is up for grabs here.
And this might be the most highly anticipated title defense in recent memory.
Fuji wears those bamboo flip-flops into the ring, uses them as weapons, and he's going to need every weapon he can find here tonight. Going up against Yokozuna and Justin Michaels. Fuji's getting funky. Let's get funky, daddy. And here comes the champion, making his way through the curtain. Okay, good, Derek, good. Okay, good.
In the history of WWE.
Justin Michaels, the voice. This is his most prized possession in his stable, Yokozuna, the New Japan World Heavyweight Champion. He's a hometown boy, so is Mr. Fuji. Actually, I think Mr. Fuji's from Osaka, if I remember correctly. And technically, Yokozuna, he's from Florida, wasn't he? Pensacola. But here he is, Yokozuna, from the land of the rising sun, and he is the World Heavyweight Champion.
WWE Champion in 1993, the winner of the Royal Rumble match. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone as truly unstoppable as Yokozuna.
Yokozuna certainly taking his time getting to the ring. Why not? He's not in any rush. He's got nowhere to be. He's the champ until somebody takes it from him. And listen to this crowd. They do not like the hometown boy.
Well, unfortunately for his opponent, all of Yokozuna's weight and power is about to be focused on them.
They really turned on him once he signed that contract with Justin Michaels.
Introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Samurai,
Mr. Fuji.
And introducing the champion from the land of the rising sun, weighing in at 558 pounds. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, Yokozuna.
558 pounds.
With this championship title in play, you can expect this match to be something special.
Mr. Fuji challenging Yokozuna for the New Japan World Heavyweight Championship. Fans on their feet, sellout crowd here at Tokyo Dome. Referee giving final instructions. There's the bell. And Yokozuna starts things off with a chop to the throat. Mr. Fuji not very appreciative of that. Wow, what a knife-edge chop. Holy crap. Yokozuna looking to make short work of Mr. Fuji here. He's got a meal waiting for him at home. He wants to get there while it's still hot. Working that shoulder. And Fuji's in a lot of pain right out of the gate here. Face first into the top turnbuckle. One again with a monster knife-edge chop to the throat. Yokozuna stomping all 558 pounds into the chest of Mr. Fuji. Fuji just hit him with a clothesline. Yokozuna didn't even budge. Instead, Fuji with a choke slam of his own. I'm sorry, Yokozuna returned it with a choke slam. Goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. Mr. Fuji doing terrible off the get-go here, and Yokozuna comes down knee first there. Fuji waiting for his moment, moved out of the way there, and he had a moment, poor moment. Yokozuna's got the claw hold. Locked in on the trapezius area.
He may not have a choice.
Mr. Fuji is not performing well here. Thinks he's earned himself a break. All he did was open himself up for another monster knife-edge chop. And Yokozuna, 558 pounds on the throat. Fuji's down. Yokozuna for the win. Trying to retain the title. 2.5, and it was 2 3/4. Fuji's in trouble. He has just been dismantled here. Belly to belly. And that is no ordinary belly to belly when it comes from Yokozuna. Uh-oh. Off the ropes. Yokozuna drops that giant thigh across the throat. Grabs the leg. Yokozuna successfully and easily defends the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, no kidding, Godspeed. That's what Fuji needed to do. Get out and run.
Here is your winner, and still World Heavyweight Champion, Yokozuna.
You can see Justin Michaels outside the ring celebrating. That was indeed an ass-kicking, Godspeed. Justin's all kinds of happy. Yokozuna's all kinds of happy. That, I don't even know if ass-kicking is a strong enough word for what that is. Mr. Fuji should be embarrassed about that performance. 1.5 stars is your official match rating. Yokozuna destroyed Mr. Fuji. That was not even funny. Fuji, they're wheeling him away from ringside on a stretcher. He got his ass kicked. All right, main event time. Hopefully this title match will be a little bit better than that one was. It's a triple threat match. It is for Abdullah the Butcher's global heavyweight championship. And I was hoping Abdullah was going to join us tonight, but I guess he's not going to. So I'm going to give up on trying for that now. I was hoping he was going to join us tonight, but apparently he's not going to. So that's all right. He is in the ring. He is defending his global heavyweight championship against Dolph Ziggler and Blackjack Mulligan. It's a triple threat match for the NJPW Global Heavyweight Championship. The Bloodline, yeah, Derek. Yep, that's who he's part of. Show off. Yeah. I'm going to go with Abdullah to keep the title here. That's going to be my pick. I don't think the rookie Dolph Ziggler offers much of a challenge. Blackjack Mulligan definitely does, though. No question about that. So it's main event time. Let me know who you think is going to get the victory in this main event title match. I'm going with Abdullah the Butcher as my pick. Let's send it down to ringside and get the introductions for the Global Heavyweight Championship.
A cocky young rookie who backs it up.
Dolph Ziggler. Got his sights set on that Global Heavyweight Championship held by Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, now we're talking.
There's the man from Sweetwater, Texas, Blackjack Mulligan, and he's got a very good shot at leaving tonight as the Global Heavyweight Champion. Sellout crowd here at the Tokyo Dome, and they all came to see this. triple threat match for the gold. And here comes the champion in a moment, just about to walk through the curtain. He's in the gorilla position right now.
This guy
and here he comes. He is absolutely the real deal. The NJPW Global Heavyweight Champion, Abdullah the Butcher. I don't think it's too often that you're going to see something that's too big on Abdullah the Butcher. that belt is so big. Fans giving him a mixed reaction here in the Tokyo Dome. NJPW announced earlier this afternoon that from now on all of their matches will take place here at the Tokyo Dome. Global Heavyweight Championship on the line. Triple threat match. So we're not going to have introductions. Dolph Ziggler, Blackjack Mulligan, and the champion currently, Abdullah the Butcher. Thanks for the introductions, Mr. Ring Announcer. I appreciate that. I always love that when you collect a full paycheck and don't do a full job.
It's anything goes. You have to do whatever it takes to survive this situation.
Dolph Ziggler working over Blackjack Mulligan. Yeah, most of them are, Derek, most of them are. Abby working over Ziggler and Dolph. Look at the Superman punch. Springboard Superman punch off the second rope. Dolph Ziggler dropping an elbow across the throat and a second one across the chest and another one across the chest on Abdullah the Butcher while Blackjack Mulligan poses for the fans here at ringside. Ziggler working over the Butcher pretty good. Maybe Blackjack will actually take part in the match pretty soon. Here we go. Takes several punches from Ziggler. Overhand chop by DZ. The show stealer with a swinging neckbreaker on Blackjack Mulligan. Turns his attention over to Abdullah. Wow, big forearm shiver and Abby's down. Yokozuna, in a display of power and dominance, successfully defended as NJPW World Heavyweight Champion against Mr. Fuji with ease. Mr. Fuji's family was disrespected. That performance was so bad. Oh my God! Did you hear that? I think Dolph Ziggler just got crunched. Abdullah the Butcher with a springboard crossbody block off the second rope came crashing down on Dolph Ziggler. Oh, and now Abby throws Blackjack Mulligan over the top rope out into the concrete. But Ziggler hits Abdullah with a famouser. Abdullah wasn't paying attention. Ziggler goes for the cover, and it's a 2.5 count. Wow, that was close. That was close. Abdullah the Butcher showing that remarkable agility. There's a zigzag. Abby's in trouble. And finally, Blackjack Mulligan decides to pay attention to the match, and he breaks up the pin attempt by Ziggler. Abdullah the Butcher, very agile guy, as you saw with that Superman punch. Ziggler's outside. Look at Blackjack Mulligan deadlifting Abdullah the Butcher and dropping him face first behind him. Butcher with a kick to the midsection. That slows Blackjack down. Big clothesline by the champion.
Challenger's a little worse for wear now.
Several kicks to the face. Abdullah has those big pointed, sharp-ass boots like the Iron Sheik has. Look at the spinning roundhouse on Ziggler. And Abdullah wasn't paying attention. Blackjack Mulligan comes up behind him. Toss suplex on Abdullah the Butcher. You won't see that very often. Blackjack Mulligan stomping away on his chest now.
This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible
Blackjack Mulligan. He's got Abdullah up on his shoulders. Power slam. Blackjack turns around. Ziggler grabs him. Tosses him over the top rope out into the concrete. Ziggler turns his attention over to Abdullah the Butcher. He's been close to finishing him off a couple of times. Swinging neck breaker. Ziggler trying to steal the show. He's got a submission hold locked in. Knee in the middle of the back. Blackjack comes back into the ring, and he breaks it up. Ziggler, wow, stepped out of the way of that Superman punch. Look at this springboard roundhouse kick by Ziggler off the second rope. Abdullah's down. Ziggler should be going for a pinfall. Instead, he's messing around with Blackjack Mulligan. And Blackjack's not going to let that happen. Abby's still down. Big overhand chop there by Blackjack. Abdullah finally getting to his feet. Ziggler's out on the concrete. He's hurt. Abdullah now. Look at the rolling forearms across the face of a fallen Blackjack Mulligan. Spear! Running spear! Abby goes for the cover. And Blackjack kicks out at 2.5. Butcher's feeling pretty good. Eric says Abdullah's going to get the win. Another zigzag by Dolph, trying to steal the title. He does! Holy shit! Dolph Ziggler is the new NJPW Global Heavyweight Champion. Wow!
Here is your winner and new Global Heavyweight Champion, Dolph Ziggler.
He got Abdullah the Butcher with a zigzag twice and a famouser or two, and gets the 3 count. Godspeed called it. Dolph Ziggler, the rookie. He stole the show. He stole the title. 3 stars is your official match rating. And Dolph Ziggler is your new global heavyweight champion. He had Abdullah the Butcher down a couple of different times. He was close on several occasions, and he finally finished it off after another famouser. And Dolph Ziggler is the new global heavyweight champion. Wow. All right, let's take a look at what went down here on New Japan tonight. In front of a sellout crowd at the Tokyo Dome, the Barbarian started things off with a good win over Bam Bam Bigelow. The Brooklyn Brawler with an upset over the Warlord. Repo Man with an upset over Ivan Putski. He made Ivan tap. A little embarrassing for Mr. Putski. Kevin Nash ended Mr. T's long winning streak. Scott Hall, pretty definitive win over B. Brian Blair. And then after the match, he wasn't done. Scott Hall attacked Brian as he was walking back to the dressing room area. Don't know why Scott did that. There was no need of it. And they are looking at a potential feud because Brian was not at all happy, as you would expect. Cowboy Bob Orton with a good win over the Canadian superstar. Yokozuna easily defends the NJPW World Heavyweight Championship over Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji, man, he brought disrespect to his family with that performance. And Dolph Ziggler wins the triple threat match to become the new global heavyweight champion. New champion Dolph Ziggler steals the show, victory from defeat, and now reigns supreme as the NJPW global heavyweight champion. We'll see how long he holds on to it. Something tells me it's not going to be a long title reign, but you never know when the AI is playing things out. All right, let's bump the calendar up to the AWA. That's tomorrow night's live stream, 6:30 bell time. The AWA will crown their 2 champions on their inaugural show tomorrow. The television champion, let's take a look. We have the television champion and the AWA World Heavyweight Champion there, and the AWA Television Championship. And we can look at the NWA while we're in here as well. We have the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, which is vacant as well, and the NWA Television Champion. So those are cool. All right, so that's going to be tomorrow's stream, and it looks like we're going to have Larry Zbyszko in action for tomorrow's AWA inaugural show. Maybe he'll be going for one of those titles. We'll have to see. All right, tonight's recap was brought to you by Godlike Hosting, offering premium game hosting with high performance, minimal ping, and improved protection. They specialize in Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, and 28 other games. Use the link in the description below, and you can get a free trial at Godlike Hosting. So if you're looking for a new server, give them a shot. They have tons of 5-star reviews. All right, tonight's action has been brought to you by the WWE Shop, Fanatics.com, Godlike Hosting, and SeatGeek. In case you joined late, we have a new sponsor on the channel. It is SeatGeek. They are joining mainly for the upcoming college football content when that game comes out. Hopefully within the next couple of days, I'm going to have a code for you guys to save a little bit of money when you order tickets for your concerts, football games, wrestling events, hockey games, baseball games, wherever you're going to go. If you use the link in the description, in the channel description for SeatGeek, you'll be able to save some money. Hopefully I'll have that all set tomorrow. All right, let's see. What else do I have to let you know about? My merchandise store is open. No specials going on right now. EA Sports College Football 25 scheduled for July 19th release. July 16th early access starts. I'll be on that the minute early access starts. It possibly may happen July 15th at 4 p.m. If not, it'll be July 15th at midnight going into July 16th. I'll be streaming it either way. If it's midnight, if it's 4 o'clock, doesn't matter. I'll be streaming it the minute it goes live. Some upcoming information for you. First of all, tomorrow night's AWA, like I said. We have some matches set for Showdown at Shea. That's about 2.5 weeks away on the calendar. We have Sergeant Slaughter taking on Sergeant Slaughter taking on Pat Patterson in a submission match. Greg Valentine challenges Tito Santana for the Intercontinental Championship in a backstage brawl at Shea Stadium. Jimmy Superfly Snuka battles Magnificent Morocco in a steel cage match. And next week on Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden, Rick Rude is going to get a rematch with superstar Billy Graham. They could be getting into a feud heading into Showdown at Shea. Of course, Graham got the victory over Rude last night, but Rude's foot was on the rope. UWF has announced a rematch for the American Superstar and Drew McIntyre. They will have a last man standing match at the next Fury Hour broadcast. And one match set for WCW's Fall Brawl so far. Dusty Rhodes will, you know what? Dusty Rhodes cannot defend the World Heavyweight Championship because he bolted and joined the NWA. Stunning Steve is going to... We got to figure something out for that. Stunning Steve was supposed to challenge Dusty Rhodes, so on the next Nitro, Stunning Steve will get a shot at the vacant championship. He will be one of the men in the vacant championship for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not his fault Dusty left, so he'll get a shot at the vacant title. We'll have to see who he'll be matched up against. All right. If you saw anything you liked tonight, make sure you drop a like down below. I do appreciate that. It does help. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a good time to do that. Once you do that, make sure that you hit that bell icon next to it to turn on all of your notifications. That way you won't miss out on a single thing, because I have fresh content every single day on the channel, and I go live 5 nights a week. Oh, man, no problem, Jay. No problem at all. I appreciate it. I really do. I do, Jay. We'll see what goes on. We got to figure some things out because with the college football coming out soon, we have about 57 days, I think, before that's released. So that's how many days we have left in the wrestling for now. But I like everything you're doing, man. I really do. I appreciate it because I love coming up with the storylines and all that stuff. But but sometimes I got so much going on, it's kind of hard to do. So having you do it does help. So, and I appreciate it. And they're good too, so that's always a nice bonus. All right, so thank you for joining, Jay. Thank you, Godspeed, for joining. Thank you, Derek. Floyd was here for a while. Thank you, Floyd. Bonnie was here, but she didn't talk tonight, so thank you, Bonnie, for joining. And let me see. Thank you to everyone else who stopped in along the way. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I say that every night, but really I do mean it, because I know that there's a million channels, probably more, on YouTube, and there's plenty of places you can go and watch your wrestling, watch your sports, watch whatever to be entertained. And I'm honored that you spend some time with me every night. And I'm glad that you are entertained. I'm glad that you have fun, and I'm glad that you keep coming back. So thank you very much for that. See you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, AWA action. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Just what I love to hear, man. I appreciate that. Everybody have yourself a fantastic evening. 6:30 bell time tomorrow night. We have AWA action. I will see you then. Hope you had fun tonight. See you tomorrow.